Bonita Tracy Ann Wright's unexpected arrest isn't the beginning of this story, but it quickly rewinds months back to the horrific crime that set everything in motion. Me and my boyfriend got into it last night, and I just woke up this morning and he's laying by the front door, but he's not moving. I tapped him or whatever, and he was like, Just hours after discovering her fiancé, Keyron Ficklin, fatally stabbed, Bonita Tracy Ann Wright responded in a manner that defied expectation. I never seen his eyes or the veins popping out. No matter how hard Bonita tried, the secrets she believed were buried deep down eventually began to surface. Where was he? He was just downstairs. Where? In the living room. There's no blood. That the problem. It all started with a disturbing 911 call made by Bonita on the morning of August 31st, 2022. When the officers arrived at the scene, they discovered Keyron in a pool of blood, pronouncing him dead at the scene. However, what immediately struck the detectives as unusual was the condition of his body. It appeared to have been there for several hours, contradicting Bonita's account of events. At the moment, the only potential suspect in the room was Bonita. In an attempt to understand what truly led to Keyron's tragic death, Bonita is taken into custody and escorted to the station for questioning. Why? Why? 'Cause you're just that mad. You just that mad you want to lay there and not say anything and not tell me what's going on. You know, my mom don't care about me. My dad don't care about me. You know this. You know everything. You know. All right. Do you need a tissue or anything? All right. So I'm Detective Kessler. This is Detective Breaker. All right. So I want to get this. I want to get you out of here as soon as possible. Okay? I'm sure you don't want me, so I want to talk to you about everything that's going on. Okay, yes, but before I do that, I have to read you your rights. That does not mean that you're in trouble. Okay? It's just policy that you're at the police department. All right? So you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in court. You have the right to an attorney and have one present during any questioning, if you can't afford one of you, pointed to you. And you can exercise these rights at any time. Do you understand? Okay, now listen to me. That does not mean you're in trouble. Okay? It's just part of our policy. So explain that to me a little bit. Walk me through what happened last night. I know that we were called last night for something. We got into it. Somebody told me he was cheating on me. So I let it be that I said what I said. So we was not talking the whole day because he was upset about me saying that he was cheating on me. And I went to my sister's house. I was drinking, my neighbor came over. We was all taking shots. And when I got home, I don't even remember coming home. But I know we had to have words because was he there already? Yes, he was already the same key. I dropped the key off to his friend house. He went to his friend house earlier yesterday, so I dropped his friend house and I dropped the key off to him. So we had to have words because it went from his stuff being where it was to his stuff being in his suitcases. Yeah, or either I was packing his stuff to leave and then the police got caught. So when I was trying to talk to him, he was telling them, yeah, take her to jail, she doing this, she doing that, she are, a belligerent or whatever, because I was drinking, so I closed the door. I'm like, I'm not going nowhere, because I live here, I pay bills here, you my boyfriend, yes, you my boyfriend, I asked you to be, in my house or whatever, so what time was that about? I probably got home around maybe 12 or 1, something in between. That time, did you actually talk to the officers last night? Yeah, I remember talking to them. I had a few words with them, but like I said, I was drinking, so I wasn't trying to talk to nobody. Sure, I understand, and I don't know, it just went blank. So you pretty much said, hey, I want him out of here for the night.
Yeah, obviously they can't do that because he technically lives there. So that was that. And I remember getting into an altercation with him. And the table. He kept saying, oh, you want to throw my shit out? I'm not gonna break everything in your house. And I was trying to fight, stop him from breaking everything. So we got into an altercation. That's how the table broke and the glass broke. I mean, he had a mirror or whatever. And I don't know if he grabbed a knife first and if I took it from him. But I just know that I'm a woman and you a man. And you're not about to do that to me. What was it? Now you said it was physical. Was he like pushing you? Yeah, like I know my lip is... Well, I got this out of my lip as well. Yeah, stuff like that. It's just like, okay, I'm going to defend myself, period. Sure, that's what it's gonna be. But I remember him getting the first day kids and like, they, just bandage yourself up, you bleeding everywhere. This is that. And I went upstairs and I went to bed. So he actually got you the knife, supposedly. Like, do you remember that? I remember him going, and grabbing the knife. I remember that and what the knife looked like. I got several knives. So was it like a pocket knife? It was a sword, a steak knife. Steak knife. Yeah. And I remember me grabbing another one and trying to but he's a man. He's gonna overpower me. And that where handle and stuff broke off. Like it's not even with a handle on it. It was just a nice one. Yeah. So from the beginning, Bonita appears defensive, expressing no concern over Keyron's death, but instead being more worried about protecting her reputation. Her account not only exposes their troubled relationship, but also reveals that they had been in frequent physical altercations. As the plot gradually unravels, detectives stumble upon unsettling truths that expose a complex web of deception, ultimately shattering confidence in Bonita's claim of innocence. So I'm gonna make sure I get all this. Right? So last night you get word that he's cheating on you, potentially. That was weeks ago. Okay? But last night did you catch him with somebody else? It wasn't. That's what I'm saying. That was filmed from a couple days ago, like before. Yesterday. Yeah, it boiled over. Like he was still mad about it. Okay, so you go over your sister's, you're drinking, you come home, he's there, you drop the key off to his room. You guys get to arguing. The police get called. Obviously, there's nothing we can do. We can't kick him out here. You're not gonna leave. It's your house after it. You guys get it. Gets physical at some point. He grabs a knife. You grab a knife. You guys need to tussle. It's like you fall a couple times in the living room on the mirror. The table breaks. Now does he purposely break your stuff at any point? Yeah, like for the table, he grabbed it. Is it a glass table? Yeah, it was like, his whole thing was like I said before, you keep throwing my outside. I'm not gonna break everything in your house. So that's how the table got broke. And I'm just like, so the couch is up, because now at that point I'm just trying to toss all my stuff to the side so he won't break it through. So alright, so you guys are both holding knives at some point. You're fighting. You guys fall a bunch of time. Yeah, but then mine is like I said, mine is broken. Like, cause he's a man, so I didn't have my law. Do you ever feel him stab you? I mean, at the moment when you're a gentleman Russian, you don't feel anything. But when I woke up, I felt everything from my throat to my lip to my arm, my fingers, like I feel it now. So after you guys are done fighting, he says, "You're bleeding, let me baby." Yeah, so he got the first 8 kids, and he was like, "Babe, let me bandage you up." And I'm fighting.
I'm like, no, get off me. No, I didn't see. No, sure, nothing. I did not see nothing at all. Okay, so he bandaged you up. You go upstairs and go to sleep. Yeah, but before he bandaged you up, you said you were still fighting. Yeah, I'm like, just leave me alone, whatever. Don't touch me, like they stopped. Did either one of you still have the knife? No, how did the knife end up outside? There's a black steak knife outside the house. How did that? I don't know. Like I said, we was fighting out. We was, in and out. So I'm literally throwing his stuff outside. That's why you see the fireworks or all that stuff, whatever. Because I'm throwing his stuff outside. So me and him is in and out of the house. So he bandages you up. You go upstairs, you go to sleep. You wake up this morning and you find him bleeding cold as a tush. Yeah, you go to your neighbor's house tomorrow because I'm panicking so much. Like I couldn't even find a charger for my own phone. Did you say anything to the 911 dispatchers? Yeah, I was on them. I was like, my boyfriend is laying here. She was like, oh, can you turn him on his back or something? They was asking me questions, and I'm just like, I was telling him whatever I told him, and I was just telling him like, can you just get somebody here? Because I don't know. I hear him just like an exhale. Yeah, but it wasn't just one, it was several. So I'm like, okay, he can be, somebody needs to get here. Because I was just scared. Sure, I understand he was cold. And the last time I touched somebody cold was my grandmother in the casket. So I just didn't know. Do you know if you called her? Yes, I was at the house when you found him this morning. But how was he laying just regular lights? He was by the shoes and he was laying like this on his side or whatever. He was just like he was sleeping, like hands up in his arm. Yeah, like he was sleeping like this. There was a point though between them when he banished you up. He said there was another type of altercation after he banned you up. Then the car argument started. We were like, well, get my keys. So can you remember what happened between? I'm not sure if that was before or after he banished me up. But I must say, this once he began to banish me up. That's when the argument started to die down. So it might have been right before he started banishing me up. So after he banished you up, you guys didn't have any more physical altercations? No, I was just trying to tell him, just like, leave me alone. I don't need you to banish me up. I just don't want to be bothered with you. And I went upstairs. All right. So at some point, he received this wound. This pretty bad wound. Can you try to pinpoint at any specific time when he would have received that? Because that's, I'm sure, after he received it, everything was probably normal, like adrenaline kicks and all that kind of stuff. But there had to have been one specific wound, because that's a big wound to receive. Like that's not, an accidental dig. What you mean? Like on his side, that's where the blood was, and that's a big wound to receive. Like that's not like by accident or not to know about, is what we're saying. So we both know everything's been out on the table. We both know there was a fight. We both know he's obviously bigger than you, stronger than you. We both know you have knives. We just need to pinpoint exactly when he got the wound on the side that ultimately killed. I mean, it probably happened when we both had knives and we fell into the mirror. That's probably when it happened. It's evident from Bonita's demeanor that she's trying to control the narrative and feigns forgetfulness to avoid suspicion. Meanwhile, detectives uncover a shocking piece of evidence that is about to change the trajectory of the case. The autopsy reveals that the stab wound Keyron sustained matches the knife Bonita had used during the altercation, casting doubt on her account. With this information, the story is about to take a dramatic turn, highlighting a disturbing series of events that ultimately led to Keyron's tragic death. Yes, so let me ask you, This is there a chance that you stabbed him to get him off of you, to get him away from you, to kind of like de-escalate this and like protect yourself at some point? Or I mean, if I'm gonna say this, if I felt that way in that altercation, and that's what happened, but I don't remember that. And all I know is like, you just said, he's a man, and I'm gonna defend myself. Well, that's what we're trying to figure out. This is we're talking about two different things here, right? So we're talking about this happening because of other circumstances that were going on, or we're talking about something that I don't want to say. It's unwarranted. But you know, something like this happening, this is not common. You know what I mean? These all the time, this is, I know, I don't remember everything. If there was a time where I was trying to get him off of me, then that possibly happened. Because we've been here before. If you check our records, he's been in jail for putting his hands on him before. Did it possibly happen, or did it not happen? Because this is things that we need to know. Because these timelines and these series of events are going to help us pinpoint exactly what happened. That's what I'm saying. I know for sure. I didn't just bluntly stab him. Okay, I know I had the knife for protection, but I did not bluntly just do anything to get him, to stop anything or to like, oh, you scaring me, I'm gonna stab you. It's just that, like, it had to have happened when we was tussling because I just wanted it in my hand to know that, you're not about to fuck me. Yeah, you're not fucking around. You're not about to fuck over me. You're not about to put your hands on me. So at some point you're tussling. Do you ever feel that knife go in you? Or feel like any pressure from that knife? Because that's, you're gonna remember that. Whether you're drunk or not, you're gonna remember that something like that happened. That's not something you do that you don't remember. Like I remember being drunk, getting in bar fights, or getting into a fight, and getting punched in the face. You remember that, no matter how drunk you are. I let it in. I'm trying to record how I'm like, think about it hard. I am. Listen, you're not this work. This is no judgment, okay? This doesn't make you a bad person for whatever happened. All right, I don't want you to think that this is something that I'm just trying to get to the point where that happened. We're like, because I know he jumped on me. You're getting there. I know you're walking us through it. Yeah, I know he jumped on me. Now, where are you at when he jumps on you? We left off. We were in the kitchen. Well, we was in the kitchen, and I was going to the back to get his bag to put his stuff in. I was by the stove. At this point, the knife was still in your hand because you were throwing stuff out. Yeah, I just know that I wasn't about to be beat up and bleed in some area overnight. Did it have to? It had to because after that point, it was like, okay, now you want to fight me. So then, within that window, it was just like, I was just fighting him. And then, that's when I remember him trying to bandage me up, talking about how I was bleeding. When you walked in the kitchen to get the bags, where was he standing? He was still by the door. He was by the door. So he was by the door, right where we fought. Yeah, right there, but he was alive. But when you came around that corner, when you were walking past that stove, he was standing by the door. What happened in that moment? Something happened in that moment because you're getting there. You want to say it, but I feel like you think. I'm trying to give you the exact action. Yeah, and that's what we need. So explain it, because I think they had you in the kitchen too. The blood splatter. That's where we're at right now. So you got to take us to that moment, because this is your time. Okay, I'm trying to remember. I really am. And we want to help you out the best we can. I don't know if he jumped on me, or I don't know, but he was tussling in that kitchen. I think you're right there. He's standing by the door. And I grabbed the bag and I went. That's where the crates and stuff was outside, because his stuff was in the crates right there where my pantry is. Listen, you've been beat up before, right? He's beat you up before, right? So you were fed up. Listen, so you were fed up. Yes. That's understandable, okay? So it happened beforehand. He's standing by the door. You have a knife in your hand. You already know he's fired up. You've already been into it. You're probably bleeding at this point. You're done. I think you've had enough. Because whatever happened right there. And I think you just had enough. I think things boiled over
she went to sleep peacefully afterward. This contradiction raises serious doubts, leading detectives to question the credibility of her account. However, the more Bonita attempts to avoid the questions, the more she unknowingly ends up revealing details that will ultimately seal her fate. We had to have tussle, and that happened because regardless of what me and him were going through, I'm not like, oh, I hate you or nothing like that. Or, I was just gonna try to drop him off to his mom's house and leave like that. Nobody expected this to happen. Whatever happened in that kitchen. Wherever he's lying is probably where this happened, because whatever happened was pretty traumatic. So I don't think it happened. And then he bandaged you up, and then he went upstairs and he laid down. I think whatever happened there, I don't think he left the kitchen. I don't think he ever left that spot by the door and happened right there. But what we need is just you to kind of walk us through. You're right there. You're right there. And I know you're scared to say it. But that's the thing, like nothing happened after that. That's literally what I remember. I remember him coming to me. It was blood everywhere. I was already bleeding. So it was blood on his shirt too. So that altercation, it had to happen in that kitchen. And then he never left that kitchen, right? At that point, yeah. He never followed me upstairs, right? So I said, he was like, whatever, this is that. I remember hearing his voice before I went upstairs. When you went upstairs, did he lay down? Was he on the ground when you went upstairs?
No. Where was he? He was just downstairs. Where at? In the living room. There's no blood. That's the problem. Like there was no trail of blood from the kitchen to the living room back to the kitchen again. And he was bleeding a lot. So that... Right. But that's the whole thing. It happened at like 1 or 2 in the morning. It's what time did I call y'all? 8:30. Right. So, I watch a lot of shows and a lot of... it wasn't a lot of blood. We're not saying like he was deceased right there. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We're still talking to you, but it's we're trying to fill in the blanks because there's a blank. You've told the story, and the last time you told the story was with Kirk. That was spot on. We were right there, and we get to that point where something happened that would skip over every time. No, you're not skipping over nothing. That's what I'm trying to tell you. I know. I'm trying to get you to remember. So it makes sense because there's a point to where he was stabbed, and we're missing that. That I think, when it happened, it's just, I think you're just worried about. I'm not worried about nothing. I'm a very honest person. I do not recall me literally stabbing him. I don't recall me just. We're not saying you did it intentionally. Like I said, I was trying to explain you've been in situations before you've gotten here. People just, sometimes. I just wasn't. So we're not faulting for that. That doesn't make you a bad person. Give me 1 second. Okay, do you need another water or a snack or something? You want water? All right, real quick. You said that your camera can be accessed from your phone. Is that right? You're just not really familiar how to do it. Yes, all right. So, what I'm going to have you do is I want you to read over this. Okay, this is another consent form. It's for your phone. All right? And this one is going to be for the actual DVR system that's in your house. So I can get into that. Watch that, because that's going to help. I think that's going to help you quite a bit. Bonita realizes that the detectives are finally closing in on her. Although she tries to appear devastated by fake crying, what detectives uncover next only exposes her manipulative tendencies. Onita's attempt to appear cooperative further digs her into trouble when the password she provides them to access her phone turns out to be incorrect. So I want to go back to when a friend of yours told you that you were cheating on her. What was the extent? Like, how did that come about? Okay, Jackie, this lady Jackie around the corner who lied to him about for the last 2 years about the baby being his. What baby? Her name was Lila Finkel. She's in the last report with me and him for the domestic violence. You guys don't have a child? No. She was like, supposedly, she messes with this guy, and his ex-wife supposedly told her that her and Keyron were still fuckies. Don't care, because Jackie always lying, but I can be petty. And I stated it to him. I'm like, okay, you've been cheating since then. So we got into a little argument and we wasn't seeing eye to eye, so we wasn't talking. When was that? That was probably like 2 or 3 days ago. Okay, so you approached him with it and said, did you ask him straight away? No, it was a text message. It was like, I'm like, oh, you have to find me. You probably should, continue talking to the batch you've been cheating on me with. And then, that was the reason why we was not talking. Okay, so there was like a period before this, like 2 or 3 days where you guys, like very little communication. Yeah, we wasn't even talking. Like the whole day, like when I went to go drop the key off to him, he was at his buddy Frank's house. And I went to my sister's house. We just wasn't talking. He was still sleeping there, right? Huh? He was still sleeping, like living with you? Yeah. You guys just were not communicating? Yeah. It was just that one day. So yesterday, what was the boiling point? Like, did he get pissed off about her again? Or what happened? No, I'm telling you, he went to Frank's house. I woke up to go get me a job and handle my business. When I came back, he was gone. He was at Frank's house and I went to go drop the key off to him so he can get back in. And then I went to my sister's house. Okay, and then when you got home, that's when things kind of blew up. Did he approach you first about it? Like, how did that argument start? I believe when I got home, he had a situation because our agreement was to leave something else by 12 o'clock. Okay, so when I got home, it was probably a little bit after 12. Okay, and he didn't like that, or he, had an issue with that. What did he say to you? I don't remember. Okay. But so the whole initial play started because you just got home a couple minutes late and he got pissed off about that. Who got physical first? He got physical first because he didn't like that. Who got physical first? He got physical first because he didn't like me throwing stuff outside. What did he do? Walk us through exactly what he did when he got physical. What was that like? What did he do? He shoved me, so I fell, And then he was just like up in my face and stuff like that. So, I'm just fighting back at this point. So you guys are fighting with each other. Did you grab a knife? I go, yeah. I go towards this thing or whatever, and that's the knife that he don't have no handle on. I didn't have no much. It was gone. That was that. Then he was like, oh, you want to try to grab a knife? I'm going to get one too. Then he grabbed a knife. Bonita makes every effort to convince the detectives that she acted in self-defense and paints Keyron as the aggressor.
However, the detectives don't seem ready to fall for her tricks. Her inconsistent statement about who held the knife first eventually makes her claims contradictory. Additionally, her claims about Keyron's affair are also undermined by his friends, who asserted that Keyron was loyal to Bonita, and he often had to ask her to go out with them. These statements only highlight Bonita's attention-seeking nature.
What the detectives have uncovered so far is just a glimpse. Further details that are about to come to light are poised to expose her web of lies. Was this like every other fight you guys have ever had? I mean, to this point of stuff being broken, we've never got there. But it's a hole in my wall from him. Punching a hole in the wall. And like I said, I got videos in my phone of him, yelling outside. So we get heated. Have there been weapons involved in any of your fights at all? Yeah. So there's been knives involved? Yeah, there's been knives before. Like, I'll grab the knife and I'm like, don't come at me or whatever. This is that, and with the DV charge or whatever. Like he was in my face and I was just going like this, and it poked him in his face 2 times. So he was like, oh, I'm telling you, they need to take you to jail. Look at my face. Because he grabbed me. He grabbed me and put me up in the corner, but had me up and I couldn't breathe. So at that point, I was just scratching, and I was just trying to get him off of me. And the police got called that time, and they took him. So is that what happened last night then? Like, all of this kind of boiled over? Yeah, from previous arguments, it just got to that point last night. I mean, I guess for him, because I've seen him mad before, but not like that. So what do you mean? What was he doing different than he would have before, as far as his behavior? Like, he would yell and stuff, but I've never seen his eyes that big or the veins popping out of his neck. Like, angry. I've never seen that. And like I told him before, I'm like, you're starting to do this little devilish look. Like you're starting to look real evil. So is that what led to just perceiving all this injury and all this kind of crazy that happened? Yes. So, okay. And that's the stuff I need to know, right? I need to know that kind of stuff. This is what we've been working for this whole time here. Okay? I need to know how he got that injury. You need to be honest with me. Okay, this is what we've been working for the whole time. You just told me yourself that you were defending yourself, and I need to know just dancing around how this happened is not going to do anything. No, I'm not trying to dance around nothing. Like I literally was drunk, so I don't remember everything. So I just know that it got to a point where I was defending myself. And I'm okay with that. I'm all right with that. But I need to know how that injury happened. Okay, I need to know how he got that injury. We were fighting, that's what I'm saying. And I had a knife in my hand. I probably went like this, or I went, this, or I went like that, but did this too. But I was just defending myself. I was trying to back him up off. I'm going to need to know, when did that happen? We had to be in the kitchen. We're in the kitchen. We had to be in the kitchen. In the midst of kitchen outside. Like we had to be in that area. So is that what ended it? No, because after we got into that, I remember going, like I said, I remember going upstairs and he was still talking to me. It wasn't like that happened. Oh, he dropped it. I'm like, oh, all right. I'm going upstairs. No, he was still talking to me. So that makes sense to me because you're right-handed and his injuries on his left side. And if you guys are face-to-face, that makes sense of how you received that. So I appreciate you telling me that, because that makes a lot more sense than I don't know how that happened. Okay, that makes sense to me. Despite Bonita's attempts to deceive the detective by providing the incorrect password, they ultimately managed to get access to it, revealing unsettling content. They found that Bonita had sent text and voice messages to Keyron, threatening and even cursing him. Her attempts to portray Keyron as an aggressor in their relationship completely backfires. Now, for the one last time, detectives are prepared to strike Bonita with irrefutable evidence, eventually incriminating her as the mastermind behind this heart-wrenching crime. I received some information. All right. So everything you told me before. All right. I believe you for the most part. The only thing I'm having a hard time with is I just found out that he's got a wound right here, not in his side. It's in the top of his chest. All right, so that wound in the side is not there. I was wrong. It's in his chest. So let's figure out how that happened. All right, that's close to the point. You know, when I was saying I was just doing anything with the knife, like to get him back from me. So it actually went into him at some point. It had to. Okay, well, I don't recall it, you know, but like I said, I can actually say this in court. I was doing this and this to get him away from me, okay? So at some point you're face to face and you're going like this. At some point, you stab him in the chest, just flailing around. Right, so basically what you're telling me is swinging the knife around. You didn't intend to stab him. No, but it happened. I mean, yeah, because if that was the whole intention, like, if you're going to keep coming close to me and harming me, you're going to get stabbed because I have a knife and clearly got it in my hand, and I'm doing this. Like, why would you keep walking up to somebody with a knife that's going like this? Like, it doesn't make any sense. So I would assume it's probably safe. It's probably would have never grabbed that knife in the first place. Yeah, because I wish I would have never grabbed it. When did this? So the other thing, I don't hate him that much. I don't think you do. I actually thought I hit my person. The other thing that I want to talk about too is after he gets hit in the chest, right? He's not going to be up for a very long after that. All right, after hitting one in the chest, you're not going to be very long. You're going to hit the ground pretty quick, and he has no blood on his underwear, meaning that once he was hit, he fell fairly quick. All right, so tell me what happened after that happened. I know you're telling me he bandaged you up, but that's what I'm saying, like something else. Literally, if I would have seen my fiancé hit the ground after me and him have an altercation, it's not much for me to get in the car and go 7 minutes around the corner. He did not hit no ground. He did not do that. Like he was still trying to get his stuff back in the house and everything. He did not hit. In the kitchen or outside? He was in the kitchen when I woke up. So it had to happen in the kitchen. Were you stabbed? Was it in the kitchen or was it outside? Sir, he was fighting from outside to the kitchen, to the living room. I don't recall where it happened, but when I went to sleep, he was still up. Where did he bandage you up? In the living room. No. On your body. Just my thumb. Your thumb. So what did he do? He grabbed the Band-Aid and put it on you? He got the first aid kit. Where was the first aid kit? The first aid kit was in the back where my hair room is. Like right to the left of the back door? Yes. So when you come in, the hair room is that way, laundry room or whatever. And then when you go in there, you make another right and they were to the back, like on top of the crates. So he had to go in here, turn, go this way, and then look down, you know, to get the bandages and stuff. So he got a Band-Aid, put one on your finger, and then you went upstairs. So it seems to say this probably only took 3 or 4 minutes from the time he got the bandage and put it on your finger, and you going upstairs, maybe 3 minutes, 4 minutes-ish. I'm assuming, right? Yes. Okay. All right, that makes sense. It's like, it's frustrating because I'm telling the story, you know, and I'm telling him what he did, but he's not, I don't want to talk about him like that. Like, yes, I was defending myself, but I love him, And we had so much potential, like when we good, we great. It's so much laughter, so much fun. When things got bad, they got bad, huh? And it was like, I met him, he was going through that stuff with that girl, I had to pass it on my spiritual journey. If they walk around my house, they go see my stones and my candles and stuff. Like I was not no yelling, argumentative type of person. He definitely brought that out of me, but it was to a point where I could just be like, okay, this is not what I really want for us. So then, he went and bought his stones and stuff. He would meditate with me. It was just when he got mad, there's no turning back when somebody's mad to that point. I do have to have a female officer, and we do got to take your clothes, but we're going to get you something different. Okay, so bear with us in this next couple of minutes, and we'll kind of make this as fast as possible. I didn't say that. While our evidence guys were processing, they found a wet and bloody mop. How did that get there? The mop and all that stuff is right by the door. I hanged everything right there. The mop was in the kitchen or in the living room. So how did that get there? I didn't grab the mop. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. When I went upstairs, I don't know if he tried to clean up for me leaving everywhere or something like that, but I never grabbed a mop. I never tried to clean up. Nothing. This stuff? No, because it was wet too, so that's what we're trying to figure out. Like if you were like, we're just trying to clean up. When I woke up, I went downstairs and I seen him, and I looked out the door, his 2 suitcases was outside. So I went outside and I got those. I didn't bother him or anything, because even when he sleeps normally, I would lift his arm up and he would not get up. I literally have to shake him to wake him up. So, and then, that was that. I didn't even see the mop. I never touched no mop. So did you open the door, bring the suitcases in, and then call? Yeah, because like I said, I didn't disturb him. I'm like, oh, he's probably still asleep. You didn't see all that blood? No, I didn't see him. I didn't see that until I actually just went there, but I knew I was bleeding last night. So I didn't think nothing of it until I actually went over there and I was like, "Bae, bae." And then I'm like, "Bae." And I felt that he was cold. And I moved him like this and he was still stiff, so I was like, "Oh, let me call somebody, you know? 'Cause I don't know, yeah." Okay. All right. Cool. That's all I need. I just want to clear that little part up real quick. Bonita was charged with 3 counts of murder, 2 counts of felonious assault, and 2 counts of tampering with the evidence. However, as the trial was postponed, Bonita was released on bail. In 2023, Bonita had to attend an event, but before she could reach there, officers noticed the expired license plate on her vehicle. What made the matter even worse was that they discovered a firearm inside the vehicle. There's a firearm in here? What's that? There's a gun in here? Nuh-uh. Yup, that's it. I don't know. She was eventually charged with possession of a firearm while indicted. In May 2024, Bonita Wright was convicted of murder in the commission of a felonious assault, but it was not determined that she had committed a deliberate killing. In addition, she was also found guilty on 3 counts of felonious assault and 2 counts of tampering with evidence. Judge Christopher Roth-Carey sentenced Bonita to life imprisonment with the possibility of parole after 18 years, which included 15 years for the murder charges and an additional 3 years for tampering with evidence.